So many of you know me as Tammy Lurgen, the teacher, or Tammy Lurgen, the crazy lady who helps you learn life skills so that you can live to your fullest. But today I'm Tammy Lurgen, and I'm going to be talking about disruption. About 5 days ago, I was diagnosed with stage 1 colon cancer, and I refuse to call it that. It's a diagnosis. And the reason I refuse to call it that is because I feel like God wants me to call it a disruption. I know what I'm called to do. I know that God has a plan for my life, and I know my life will extend beyond. But it is important that you listen to me. I found out some very sad statistics. Did you know that colon cancer is the #1 death for men under the age of 50? Or the second largest death of women under the age of 50? Did you know that colon cancer, colostomies, Crohn's disease, all of these gut issues are incredibly on the rise? I've talked to one of my nursing friends, and she says that just in the past few years, she is amazed at how many young people she meets with these gut issues. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can get past this. And the reason I'm saying this is not necessarily that your solution is going to be everything that I'm going to do during this time with having stage 1. But I thought it was important because almost every video I looked at, people had a much higher stage number. And I think for those of us who are stage 1, while it may not be the same number, it's still very shocking. If you're someone like me, I am 60 years old. I live a very active life. I live a very clean diet. I am not a vegetarian or a vegan. I actually enjoy my steak wrapped in bacon, but I do not eat just any vegetables. I am very picky about purchasing in my local area. I do not take any pills. I have no medications. I had 0 symptoms. And all I did was go in for a routine colonoscopy. And by God's grace, this was found. But I refuse to give anybody any kind of opportunity to use this as an opportunity to label me with whatever this diagnosis is. But I felt like when I was writing in my journal after it happened, that God wanted me to call it the disruption. And I'm going to read you the definition because this is truly what it is when you are tagged with something, whether it's physical or mental or spiritual. That is Satan's disruption. So a disruption is a disturbance or problem which interrupts an event, an activity, or a process, an act of delaying or interrupting the continuity. And in my case, the continuity of life. As an author, I love to write and I love to do research. So in the process of learning this, I felt like God wanted me to go ahead and open up about it. So I would love your comments down below, and I'm going to probably try to be on YouTube Shorts once or twice a week to let you know where the progress is. Currently, I have met with my doctor with the confirmation from the pathology that the polyp removed had cancer. I have met with a surgeon who tells me that the way it was hanging on to my colon, he believes that it is totally encapsulated, that there is no disruption to the rest of my system, but that he is going to have to remove an amount of my colon and reattach it, and that should be the end of what I'll have to deal with. But I want to try to help you realize that this is an opportunity for you to get back into whatever it is God is calling you to do. This disruption is reminding me that I have responsibilities. I need to complete the books that God has called me to do, the articles that God has called me to do. And that is my plan. So during these times of this disruption, when I am going to have a long span of rest and relaxation, I will be writing. And I would love to hear from you guys and hear how your process is, what it is you've chosen to do in the circumstance of being disrupted by the C word, which we're not going to say the word because that just gives it some kind of emotional attachment. And I have no emotional attachment to that. So anyway, give me a like and give me some words. I want to hear what you have to say. And my prayers will be with you. God bless.